everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is DFree here, and today we're talking about the V-Jump scan. So we're going to talk about what the news is and stuff like that, and how this pertains to Legends, and what you guys should be looking forward to in terms of upcoming characters for the next month or so, and next couple of banners at least. So anyways, here we go. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe if you are new to the channel for more content. Today's video like goal is 1,800. Actually, I'll say 2,100. I was going to say 18 because, you know, I like Android 18, but you know what? Because it's a 21 video, we're going 2,100. So help us hit our like goal if you guys could do so. Anyways, here we go. So the V-Jump scan. So you guys have been reading it probably by now. Shout out to the homie Goresh. You guys know him if you watch the channel, but if you don't, check out Goresh over on YouTube, Twitter, etc. He makes content. Good friend of mine. According to Ryokuta, if I'm pronouncing that properly, great. If not, let me know. Correct me. We'll be getting a quote-unquote good Android 21 for Legends. I assume, this is Goresh speaking here, she'll be summonable and probably the latest Valentine's Day unit for the year. But we'll see when the actual scans come out. So actual scans are not out now. They'll probably come out tomorrow, something like that, right? So there's that. That's typically how this works. If you're new to these types of videos and you're just like, wait, well, why should I believe this? Blah, blah, blah. I don't see an actual image. Well, because the source, Ryokuta, is very reliable. They pretty much always have this information a couple of days in advance of the images coming out, and it's pretty bare bones info, because they just say like 2 lines. Oh, Legends is getting the good 21, and then also it says that 21's getting a Zenkai. That's what the V-Jump scan is pretty much pertaining to. They don't tell us in-depth stuff like, oh, on this day or for this banner or whatever other info is a part of the V-Jump. It's very bare bones, but at the end of the day, they're pretty much always right. So yeah, this should be something that's happening. The reason why Goresh did specify quote-unquote good is because that could be like a translation thing, something like that, but I don't think it is. I don't think there's any problem with this. I think we are actually getting a good 21. So if you haven't played Fighters, you're not too familiar with Android 21, there are several variations. Here's just regular 21. Here's Evil 21. They literally specify Evil, right? And that's how they do it pretty much in everything she's in. So here's the transformed Evil version, and here's the good 21. So comparing good to Evil, there is pretty much some noticeable differences. She just looks less sinister. Eyes are a more normal-ish color, I guess, right? So there's that. Anyways, I mean, as normal as silver eyes are. Shout out to UI Goku. Anyways, that being said, so yeah, this is the variation of quote-unquote good Android 21 that we should be getting on Legends. So in terms of Legends and the tags she'll pretty much have all these characters' tags, probably without Powerful Opponent, but it should be pretty much all that across the board. So just for the record, it's not, I want to say this so people understand, it's not very easy. It's not as easy as you would think to cross over with Fighters. So anytime we get any crossovers in general with Fighters or Kakarot, whatever the case is, it's going to always be a big deal, and you should really make it a point if there's characters to farm them up as much as you can, because there's a good chance you don't see those characters for an extended amount of time, because they're not something they can put out whenever they want to. They have to get clearance. It's not that easy. And that being said, it's not, you may think that it's like Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball, they can just do it, blah, 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 figure it out, talk to one person, get it done. No, it takes a lot of jumping through hoops to get these events and these characters from crossovers to actually come out and, you know, be released or re-released, whatever the case is. So do keep that in mind. You don't want to forget that. So when it comes to 21, if you're thinking about skipping the upcoming 21, it might take a while for her to be added to the general summon pool. So be aware of that. You may not see her for a while. That happened to this 21, by the way. She wasn't in the summon pool for a long time, and if you didn't pull her, you didn't get to use her. So that being said, you guys should be aware of that, though. That's how the game typically works. If you haven't noticed, whenever you skip a banner, they oftentimes penalize you, for lack of a better term, and don't bring the character back for like 3 months, 4 months, or whatever the case is. And sometimes it's a little bit longer than that. So who knows what's going to happen after that. If you're considering skipping, just do so with that in mind. So when it comes to 21, I also want to add in that Goresh could be spot on with the Valentine's Day thing. So anytime we are close to Valentine's Day, obviously they're going to try to push out some girl stuff or whatever the case is, something Valentine's worthy, right? You're not going to get Vegito Blue for Valentine's Day, right? I don't know. Obviously not right now, because we don't need another Vegito Blue, but just to throw an example out there, you know, you're not going to get something like that most of the time. It's probably going to be something like girl related. Like, can we get a Chilai? That'd be awesome. I want to see Chilai as a fightable character, a playable character by herself without Broly. So like they're going to do something like that. So 21 is automatically, just off the top, one of the most popular female characters in the series, if not the most single popular character in terms of females in the series, just just in general. So obviously it's very, very controversial when you talk about Kale and Khalifa. A lot of people hate them, a lot of people love them, whatever. But Kefla is one of the most popular characters, and part of that's because she's also a fusion, and fusions automatically are just way more popular for a lot of people. And then you have like characters like Android 18 and other characters as well. But 21 is in the mix as not only one of the most popular, but also one of the most marketable female characters in the series. She's probably the most marketable original character from these games. I mean, you talk about like Shallot, you talk about like Tekka and Pinich from Dragon Ball Fusions, you talk about whoever else. Like, I guess like you can really extend to like Beat and those characters from Heroes, but not really. But there's a bunch of original characters to games. 21 is the one that's the most popular. She gets the most exposure, the most crossover between other games, like how she was in Kakarot and stuff like that. That's just kind of how it is. So 21, never sleep on her. So there's that. Okay, let's talk about how she could impact the team she'll be on. So this character is confirmed to get a Zenkai. If you guys didn't watch my video on that, I'll leave that down below. You can check it out. But she's going to be getting a Zenkai in the next couple of days. Actually, tomorrow night? Wednesday morning for you, tomorrow night for me, whatever. So this character is getting a Zenkai. So again, we are getting 21 stuff. So that actually, it would be interesting to see what happens in terms of the actual banner release tomorrow. I don't know what the banner release tomorrow is going to be. It's been a very dry period on Legends for the last couple of weeks. Like, I don't know. Last week was a Zenkai. It could very well be a new character, and it could very well be a character that's not this upcoming 21, meaning this upcoming 21 would be coming out in 2 weeks, which actually makes sense because most of the time whenever we get a V-Jump, the character comes out about 2 weeks later. Most of the time, I mean, there's been about a handful of times that wasn't the case, you know, because of other things like events going on or whatever. But yeah, that would actually line up pretty well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in terms of this week. So yeah. So this character's getting a Zenkai. So what color do we need? Androids, they have pretty much every color set. They've got a very powerful green. A lot of people call this dude the best non-Zenkai character in the game. I'm not going to say the same, not that I disagree, but I'm not here to debate that. They have a very powerful red. One of the top 3 or 4 characters in the game, who is now finally getting a blue character to cover her butt versus father-son Kamehameha Gohan, so there's that. So yeah, they have a green, a red, a yellow, they're picking up a blue, purple. So they need a purple, right? But I kind of don't want purple to be replaced, but I also recognize that this character, while she can still do some pretty good damage, I guess, if you use her properly, especially I wouldn't sleep on her when this character gets a Zenkai, because this character was made to be the support for the purple one. The purple was supposed to be the better one. Hey, what are the odds purple also Zenkais? That'd be ridiculous, dude. That would be disgusting if purple Zenkais. But for now, they need a new purple. So yeah, I don't want to see purple get Android 21 be replaced, but that's the option. Also, when it comes to talking about what these teams need, I don't want to also ignore the fact that not everybody's going to have this dude at Zenkai, right? You got to also have secondary options for these teams, whether it's the character, the best one is like an LF and people don't have that. Remember the debacle with God Key and like not having green characters for forever, right? Before Vados and stuff. Like they didn't have like green non-LF options or whatever, right? So yeah, you want to have secondary options for people that don't have the LF or like the Zenkai character, right? Because that's more of the premium stuff. Maybe people just don't have that, right? So any other colors on the table for them if that's the topic, right? Regen, they don't need a Piccolo, or a yellow, excuse me, they got 2 Piccolos that are Zenkai, so there's that. Regen also, I would like to say Regen doesn't need a red, but I don't know how the devs feel about Omega Shenron on this team. I think he's incredible. I don't think they need a red, but I don't know how the devs feel again. Same goes here for purple. I don't think they need a purple in particular. I think you could still get good usage out of Fusion Zamasu. But again, he is pretty old at this point, and it's funny to say that because he's only like 7 months old or something like that, but he is in Legends years pretty old now. So maybe he's not as great, you know, so maybe they feel like they need a purple for this team, which would make sense if they make her purple. But again, I don't think they'll replace the purple 21 with another 21 that's purple. So there's that. I just think that's very far-fetched. And again, if purple 21 gets an Easy A, or Easy A, too much Dokkan, if she gets a Zenkai, that would alleviate the issue. So the rest of what this team needs, again, I could see them getting a green character, even though they recently got Metal Cooler. Their best green option is the Zenkai character, and what I just said applies. Non-Zenkais, you need options as well there. Otherwise, pretty much everything's on the table. Like, really, for Regen, pretty much everything's on the table. Any color could work. Some more so than others, like blue. Like, they badly need a blue, even though they're going to get one technically. Who's a free option, so you don't need to mention blue. But yeah, any color works for Regen. So girls is funny, because girls actually, they really only need a red. So here's the deal with girls. 18, ridiculous character. Like I said, one of the best characters in the game. You pair her with freaking Vados, and you just got cancer on top of cancer. on top of cancer. 2 characters that steal your cards. You just got cancer on top of cancer. And then if you give them a red, you're good as far as like having different options, and let alone the fact they're finally getting a blue, like I said, so that works too. So yeah, could they use a purple? Sure. Do I care? No. If they need a red, give them a red. The red characters here, you can get usage out of. Like this 18 still has a very underrated supporting effect. I do wish that these characters get Zenkais, like Kale, for example. I actually really like EX Videl, but she's an EX, and she's susceptible to get replaced. So there's that. So yeah, they need a red, and that's pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think. What color do you think the upcoming 21 will be? What do you guys think about the way that the teams will be shaping up? And are you guys excited for 21? Hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe. I'll be seeing all of you in the next video, everyone. Peace out.